At my son's 5th birthday party, my mother-in-law asked, "Why does he look exactly like your best friend?" I forced a laugh, thinking it was a joke. "What are you talking about, Scarlett?" But my wife Sylvia's face had gone completely white. Scarlett pulled out her phone, scrolling through photos with determination. "No, I'm serious, Reed. Look at this picture from your best friend's Facebook. The nose, the eyes, even that little dimple." She held up a photo of my best friend Shane from college. "You're imagining things," I said. Scarlett wouldn't let it go, pulling up photo after photo on her phone, each comparison more damning than the last. "Look, here's Bennett at 3, and here's that photo of Shane from your wedding. Same exact cowlick, same ear shape, even the way they smile with just the left side going up first." My hands started shaking as memories began clicking into place like bullets into a chamber. That business trip Sylvia took 5 years and 9 months ago when Shane had coincidentally been at the same conference. The way Shane always brought Bennett the most expensive gifts, showed up to every soccer game and every school play. I looked at my wife, hoping for denial and assurance that this wasn't real. Instead, I found her crying tears of guilt and clutching my arm while shaking her head. Bennett ran between us and looked at me with those green eyes. Shane's green eyes, not my brown ones. "Daddy, why is mommy crying?" he asked, and I realized with crushing clarity that I might not even have the right to that title. "Sylvia, did you know about this whole time?" The words came out flat, emotionless. Sylvia's hands were shaking. "Reed, I can explain." "Explain what?" I stood up so fast the chair crashed backward. "That you've been lying to me every single day for 5 years? That my best friend is actually my son's father? It was just a mistake," Sylvia whispered, tears streaming. "One mistake!" "One mistake?" I laughed, cold and bitter. "No, Sylvia. One mistake would have been sleeping with Shane and then telling me. But then you lied to me for 5 years. 5 years of watching me read him bedtime stories, teach him to throw a baseball, call him my little champion." Scarlett covered her mouth in horror. "You knew he wasn't mine and you let me love him." "You do love him," Sylvia pleaded. "This doesn't change. It changes everything," I roared. "Every Father's Day when he made me those cards. Every time he ran to me crying after a nightmare. Every moment I thought I was his hero was built on your lie." Sylvia was sobbing now. "We wanted to tell you, but you were so happy when I got pregnant. We'd been trying for 3 years, Reed. 3 years of negative tests and fertility consultations. So you decided to solve it by effing my best friend?" The vulgarity made her flinch. "Was it just the once, or did you keep going back?" "Just once," she insisted. "At the conference. You and I had been fighting about IVF costs and Shane was there and we were drunk." "Shane." I said his name like poison. "My college roommate. The guy who was my best man. The one who comes to Sunday dinners and plays uncle to the child that's actually his." That's when a horrible thought struck me. One that was even worse than Bennett not being my son. "Does Shane know?" Sylvia's silence confirmed it and I went limp. I couldn't even believe how deep this lie went. "So he knows. You both knew. Which means every birthday gift he bought Bennett, every time he volunteered to babysit, every inside joke about how Bennett got his athletic ability." I trailed off, the full weight of the conspiracy crushing me. Then I started crying harder than I ever had, unable to bear the burden of this lie. Bennett appeared beside me, tugging my shirt. "Daddy, is Uncle Shane my real daddy?" he asked in a small voice. The question hung in the air like a death sentence. I looked down at this little boy I'd loved more than life itself, seeing Shane's features clearly now, and realized that everything I thought was mine had always belonged to someone else. Scarlett stood slowly, her aged hands trembling as she looked at her daughter with disgust I'd never seen before. "I raised you better than this, Sylvia." She walked over to Bennett, kissing his forehead gently. "Grandma needs to go, sweet boy, but this isn't your fault." She turned to me, placing a weathered hand on my shoulder. "Reed, my lawyer handled my divorce 30 years ago when I found out your father-in-law had his own secrets. I'll send you his number." Sylvia started sobbing about forgiveness, about counseling, about Bennett needing his father. "His father? Or his caretaker?" I asked, and she went silent. As I walked toward my car, I heard Bennett's voice, high and confused. "Daddy, you forgot to help me blow out my candles." I kept walking, knowing that some wishes, no matter how hard you blow, never come true.